Hello and welcome to a new series in Warhammer Geheimnisnacht. So we are going to be playing in the Empire. More specifically, we're going to be playing with the goal of taking over all of the Empire. That is going to be our long-term goal for the series. However, they've got some problems. The Empire is pretty fractured. It is in so many parts. It's just not really very good. We need to get that sorted. We need to get people under our banner. We also have a problem in that Vlad is going to cause some problems here when he comes from the east with his vampire hordes, and he's going to take over a lot of the Empire, and we're going to have to push him back at some point. We also have a problem in that we don't own one of these provinces here. We own this little bit. In fact, more specifically, we own this one and this one. We just don't own those two. We are pretty much starting from scratch. We have no wife, we have no children, we have no family. We have no ties to anything. We are pretty much just alone in the world, and we need to somehow get control of Reikland. That's our short-term goal. We are directly under our liege. What is the succession law for Reikland? Primogenitor. That's going to cause some problems. We're probably going to have to war it out of him somehow, or maybe politically get our way into his family line. Not entirely sure. We'll have to see how things pan out. Now, first of all, I think what we want to do is we want to choose an ambition. And I think the ambition we want to choose is groom an heir. We want to choose groom an heir because we need fertility, because we need an heir. Basically, we need to actually have an heir so that we don't just game over. Also, this giving us the 20% fertility kind of counteracts our chaste a little bit. However, we also have hedonist, which also counteracts the chaste. So we should have a lot of fertility coming from that. Now, to augment that, I'm also going to choose family, which is going to give us even more fertility. It's also going to give us health so we survive longer, and diplomacy so that we can actually communicate with other human beings, as our stats appear to be god-awful. Right, let's choose a wife. So we're going to use the character finder for this. You're going to search everything. They have to be a woman, because we do want an heir. They have to not be imprisoned. They have to not be married already, although that's not too much of a problem. They have to, well, we don't care if they're a ruler, actually. They can be a ruler if they want to. They're probably just going to say no. That's the only real negative to that one. They have to be within diplomatic range, otherwise we can't talk to them. Have to be in my religion group, otherwise they'll say no. Culture doesn't really matter, and have to be an adult because we want an heir quickly, and we don't have to want to wait for somebody to come of age. Right. Sort it by, by age, and let's have a look. We have violent, who is a court priestess, who is lustful. Okay, she looks like she might do. First one that we've had a look at. She's a detached priest, which doesn't give her very much. Her stats are pretty bad, but she is from a noble house, and she also, she is lustful, which raises fertility. Let's see, who else have we got? I'm going to discount anybody who's a priestess or anybody who already actually has land. I suppose I should just turn it to not landed, but that's fine. We have Natalie, who is tall and lustful. Ooh. She's also a follower of Sigmar, like herself. Sigmar is mechanically very similar to Christianity, Catholics, in the base game. Okay, so that's fine. She actually looks much better. She's also the daughter of Countess Sigrid, who is up here in Imperial Westland. Fantastic. I actually think that's a good marriage. It's very solid. Now, she isn't in line because it looks like they just have... Yeah, it's just agnatic. So, the Empress is currently the only one in line to that. But if things change, we could be in a good spot. I think we want to marry her. Yeah, let's do that. She also has extra health, which is nice. Arrange marriage to her. She's going to say yes because she quite likes us. We get no prestige because they're roughly the same rank as us. In fact, exactly. Countess to Count. And we are marrying into their family, and their family is pretty much as prestigious as us, in that it's not at all prestigious. That seems like a very solid marriage. Right. What else do we want to do? We want to set up our council. So, we have a spy master is not very good. That's my first thought. We need to change that. The rest of the council is generally okay, though. Yeah. So our spy master would much prefer to be a steward or a chancellor. Okay. Our steward would very much like to be a steward. Our marshal could be a spy master. Okay. I'd prefer to have a better spy master over marshal. And you would like to be a marshal. Okay, I think I see what to do here. We're going to change your council position. You're going to be my new spy master. Fantastic. We're now going to switch our marshal and our chancellor around, if we can. We can't do that just yet. Maybe we have to wait a little bit. Okay, that's fine. I'm still happier with this situation. I'm going to set them to scheme so that we can hopefully find any plots against us and discourage them. We also probably hunt apostates. Seems actually very reasonable. We're likely to find a lot of apostates where we are because there's going to be a lot of chaos cults going around. Training troops. That makes us look stronger, which is probably our best bet at the moment. This is our capital, I think, here. Let's just double check. Yep, that's our capital. So we will train troops in our capital to get the best bonus out of that. And then perform statecraft is alright. It just kind of generally improves relations with general people. I'd prefer to improve relations with our liege if he doesn't like us very much. He doesn't like us or dislike us right now. That's okay. It's right in there, so we'll just improve relations with him. Right. That's fine. We need to set a few of our minor titles. We need a designated regent. That'll be our wife when our wife arrives, I imagine. Court physician. Definitely seems fine. 15 is absolutely respectable. So we'll go with that one. Don't need any of the rest of this. Commanders, we probably have the best ones. Let's just check they're not craven. You are our spy master. You're slightly better, but you don't have any bonuses. Okay. You're better. Yeah. And then our 14, I don't think anyone's going to be better, but he's our chancellor, so he's not going to actually... Yeah, he's not going to be able to hold that position. Yeah, I guess you're the second best. Alright. Good. We still have the designated regent. We know where that is. We have too much in our domain. Well, that's a shame because we only have 2 provinces and we have no vassals, so we're just going to have to hold it. Our succession type is currently Gavelkind. We do probably want to change that to Tanistry or Primogenitor. Whichever one. Probably we could go to Primogenitor this time. I haven't gone Primogenitor in a while, but I think it would probably fit quite well in our current situation because we'll have one heir and then we can make that. We don't have an extended dynasty. We just have like ourselves and our heirs, so it's pretty much Primogenitor anyway. We can change status of women straight off the bat if we want to. What does that actually give us? That allows them to hold the office of Chancellor and Steward. We don't need that right now, but potentially in the future we could do that. Don't need to revoke titles, don't need to change any other laws. Currently everything's voted for by the council. We could change this a little bit, but our council's going to oppose it. We need to do some work behind that. We have about, well, I don't know, 750 men. Right. I don't think there's anything else we desperately need to look at. Oh, we have a lot of decisions. None of them are particularly useful right now. A lot of them are like we can donate money to the witch hunters or borrow money from the witch hunters, which is fine. It doesn't really cause us any problems. We can train mounts if we had money. We don't really have a lot of money right now. We'll leave that be. Don't really want to join any factions. Our religion is currently led by the Grand Theologist Sigmar son. Wait, does that mean his father was Sigmar, or is that just the name he gets for that title? Probably just the name he gets for that title. And we can join a society potentially. Let's see. Order of the Bleeding Heart we can just join. We could join a Chaos one, but I'm going to avoid joining a Chaos cult just now. I don't think that we need to, and I'm going to try and only join them if it kind of fits our current situation. So, Goddess of Healing and Mercy, the core beliefs of all Shalians is that they should work to relieve the suffering of others. As such, they devote their lives to the healing the disease and doing charity work for the poor. That's not really our current situation either, so we'll leave that be. Yes, that's going to be our wife. As soon as we get a wife, let's let the game go. Hope there are no crashes on this. That's fine. Rise of the Undead. Rumors reach you that in Sylvania, a vampire by the name of Vlad von Karstein has summoned a massive army of undead and aims to make war on the fragmented empire. He has a lot of men. He has a lot of men. He is very, very, very scary. And there is a very high chance that we end up underneath him. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll stay true to our beliefs right now. Did you say yes? Yes. We are now married. Fantastic. Do we want money or prestige? I think we'll take the money. We want to collect the royal aid. Fantastic. Gives us some more that we can spend. Do we want to upgrade anything? We could potentially get some better castle walls or some better castle fortifications. I think we're going to get some better castle walls, actually, right off the bat. Gives us some extra levy, gives us some extra tax, gives us some extra fort limit. All of that is stuff that I think we will need eventually. Now, I just noticed that our liege has gone to war. He has gone to war in the Imperial Reiklander Armdorfian Vassalization War. So he's gone to war with the city. Oh, this city is not underneath Oh, right, I see. It's underneath... Wait a second, that's not 100% clear. So, he's going to war with this mayor? Oh, this mayor is independent. Oh. Okay, well, yeah, that makes 100% sense. Go and do that. Oh, we need to set our wife as our designated regent. Our wife's name is Natalie. Okay. Natalie. That's fine. Right. And now we're fairly good until we can see what exactly has happened. Has Sylvania declared war on anyone? It did declare war on the Imperial AlpaxLP. Okay, so they declared war on those guys. How many men do they have currently? 7,000. That's probably not enough. I mean, Vlad's army is deceptively strong, because actually a lot of them are very weak at fighting, and Vlad is very stupid, as we have seen before in previous series, but I suspect he'll be able to take him. My wife is pregnant. Fantastic. That did not take long at all. Good. We'll get an heir any moment now, and then hopefully it'll be a son who will survive. Are we agnatic cognatic, actually? Do we care if it's a son? We're agnatic. So yes, it does have to be a son right now. Very much so. Okay. Interesting. Anything else happening in the world that we can immediately spot? I don't know. There's some wars within Imperial Reikland that we could worry about, but we're not going to. There's a peasants' revolt, which is going to get crushed by the looks of it. Yeah, nothing else major is happening around here. Okay. Almost finished our building. Anything else that we want in this? We're fairly good. We're fairly good. We have an heir. Fantastic. Walram. Yes, everything is great about that. He is sickly, which is unfortunate. He might die, but he is also bright. So if he lives, he's going to be very good. He's probably going to be smarter than either of his parents. Right. In terms of what kind of focus we want to give him, pride kind of fits for what we're going for. Oh no, not in terms of stats. In terms of stats, pride is always bad. But in terms of, like, from a roleplay standpoint, pride kind of, I like it. I don't know. Duty or thrift are generally fairly good. Struggle is fairly good if you want him to be ambitious. Humility is pretty good if you want to get him... Actually, humility is kind of awful. Is it etiquette? Yeah, etiquette's kind of good if we want to get him some good diplomacy. I think maybe we want diplomacy, maybe a little bit of intrigue. Let's go for etiquette. Yeah, let's see how that goes. Okay. Yeah. Here we go, as the song is saying behind us. So, my court physician is worried about my newborn son. Walram is a feeble little thing, even compared to other infants. Well, do your best to save him. Yeah, we're not saying only the strong survive. That's a little vicious. Alright. It seems as if whatever treatment Abbot Luther administrated worked. Little Walram is much better. He now appears to be no different than other children his age. You've got rid of sickly entirely. That is really good. Fantastic. We have a son who is unlikely to just die randomly. Oh, Averland is at war. Who are you at war with? You're at war with the de jure war over something. Over that land. So he's attacking the vampires. Interesting. Okay, well, good luck to you. Not sure how it's going to go, really, but good luck. Oh. There you go. Told you Vlad was going to be scary. How many men does he have now? 31,000. I also told you, deceptively strong. Look at his event spawn troops. He had about 40,000 of them. They have cut down a lot. It's because his event spawn troops are actually just trash units. They have no ability to fight whatsoever. They're just there in big numbers to effectively allow him to siege land quickly. I believe they're mostly zombies, is what they're made up of. Or thralls. Something like that. Anyway, he should be attacking someone else soon, I'd imagine. Maybe not. There are some defensive packs against him, which makes sense, actually, yeah. Do we want to travel to the feast of our liege? Definitely, yes. That seems like the obvious choice. I will travel to the feast. See what our liege has going on at his feast. He greeted us warmly to his feast. Wine was served, and most delicious aromas came from the kitchen. Okay, seems fairly normal so far. His face beat, did they move a little bit? I think they maybe expanded, I'm not 100% sure. Or maybe they got smaller. Emperor Siegfried's feast is over, and now it's time to begin the long way home. After the food, the entertainment, and the warmth, the real world suddenly feels cold and hostile. Okay, a little bit of prestige for turning up at his feast, but nothing major happened there, it was just a feast. Oh well. Not that big a problem. We have a little bit more money to spend. I might upgrade our capital again. I'm definitely looking to play a little bit taller in this game, if you know what I'm meaning by that. As in, I want to upgrade our capital. I want to go into some more of these upgrades to make ourselves stronger, to make a smaller amount of land a higher quality, as in, so we can get more men from smaller bits of land. I think that's an interesting path to go, and they added a lot of stuff in the most recent DLC patch, which adds in a whole bunch of like things that are meant to make playing taller better. In that they made fort live, I think they made forts level a little bit stronger and things like that. I don't know how it translates to the mod, but definitely interesting. We don't have enough money anyway. We need to be like 172 before we're even thinking about doing anything. But that's fine. That's fine. We're making a reasonable amount of cash actually. Yeah, we're making about 4.7. That's reasonable. What are we spending money on? Oh, we're giving it to our liege, of course. Okay, so ruler title, revocation, sovereignty law. So I believe that means that he's now allowed to revoke titles, which is unfortunate for us. We'd rather prefer that he wasn't able to do that. How old's our son now? Yeah, it's still 0. I was thinking there, should we not have another son at this point with the amount of fertility we have? But no, because it's not been that long in game time. Who's attacking there? That's a peasant revolt. Looks like Sylvania isn't attacking yet, unless I'm wrong. Yeah, they're holding off with these defensive packs. They're going to wait till those die down, I think. There are 2 pheasant families in Moorlandfurt who have been locked in a bitter feud for generations. This conflict has now escalated to the point where it is even discussed in circles of nobility. Although this feud would normally be far beneath your notice, this could be a golden opportunity to practice your diplomacy. Definitely, let's do that. I'll put an end to the squabble. You've invited the 2 feuding families to a local inn, hoping to reach some kind of agreement. The peasants are seated at 2 opposing tables on either side of your position in the middle. Some have brought pitchforks, one clutches a live chicken. All of them look moderately inbred. This could be a challenge. Well, you know what? We're going to flatter them. I think that's going to be the best thing to do. Maybe that'll work. My friends, you say with as warm a smile as you can muster. I think you know why I've called your great families here. As you suffer from this tragic conflict, the entire realm suffers with you. Maybe we'll try and be a bit patriotic. You continue in a harsher voice. But at the same time, you have a duty and responsibility to the crown. You fight each other on the street and we look away. You ruin entire harvest for each other and we look away. Not again. The line must be drawn here. This far, no The peasants shout us down. It didn't work. You barely have time to dodge the chicken. Someone hurls your way. With a howl, the 2 families leap over the table and throw themselves at each other with you caught in the middle. Clothes torn and covered in bruises, you eventually manage to crawl out of the inn as the fighting continues inside. I did try my best, and it did improve our diplomacy a little bit. And I think that we're going to end the episode here. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please tell me in a comment of some kind. Please like, please subscribe, all of that stuff. I'm only going to say it once because it's the first episode of a series, and then I'm not going to mention it again. So, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.